Hey, Shalom Markim to Rakama Kapashim Jimis London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom met there to the whole for that, pushing this truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. This is another article or tweet that came up that I want to cover. Right, this is from Wall Street Silver, and this is showing you all the protests and demonstrations. Well, not all the protests and demonstrations, because there's more than this, obviously, going on in the world, man. But some of the protests and the uprisings that are occurring in Earth, man, because the world's in a sorry state, man, in a bad way. Because of the elites of Esau. Our rulers, our so-called leaders, okay, have led this world into decay, right? And the people are suffering, okay, because it's not the elites that are suffering in this effed up world that they've kind of developed. Okay, they're doing good, they're doing great, matter of fact, they're doing super well, but it's you the people. It's the average Joe out there on the street, man, that is being hurt by all these schemes and these agendas and whatever, man. Okay, because Esau's out here destroying everybody. All right, and the people are frustrated. People are getting, are angry. And this is all part of the elite's design, also. To rile up the people, man, to create confusion and chaos. Right, to give them reason to, come with a stronger hand. Against the people. And eventually, as things stand right now, that you can peacefully protest, right? But eventually, you ain't gonna be able to do that anymore, right? Because one, you're not gonna, hey, they're gonna mess you up, man, right? They ain't gonna, be too willing to help out, right? And you people are gonna become continually frustrated, especially when you got no food in your cupboards. All right, so you're gonna become more aggressive, more violent. Okay, you're gonna give these governments all the excuses that they need to crack down on you, man. But that's what Esau wants. He wants to put you in that position, so he can MOT the lot of you, MOTB the lot of you, right? So anyway, let me just cover some of this, right? Again, from Wall Street Silver, right? It says France national strike against pension reform, because they're trying to steal your pensions, the people's pensions, same with some of these companies here in the UK, man. They're trying to lessen your pensions and that, even though they know, like, it's well known that there's a retirement issue, because people are supposedly living longer, okay, with less retirement money. So there is a pension problem. There's not enough money to support these elderly, in today's society. But they want to cut your pensions and they want to take money away from you, man, for when you retire and shit. Not that these people are going to get to retire, or not my generation anyway. But some of you are ready to retire, right? But they don't want you to live well after retirement. Okay, they really just want you dead. But anyway, right? So yeah, pension reform strikes. In the UK, strike for pay rise and against anti-strike laws, right? Because they don't want you to strike either. Okay, they want you to, produce minimum numbers to perform the work required of you. So it makes your strike ineffective. Essentially, that completely undermines strikes. The purpose of striking. If you're gonna say that there's a minimum requirement of people that have to stay on the job, that completely undermines striking. Why would you negotiate with the people if you got a reasonable service in place or whatever? It completely undermines that. So obviously nobody wants that. So they effectively want to stop the striking. So you can't complain about your the lack of money you're getting paid, where these guys at the top of these companies, man, are getting paid mega bonuses, mega bucks, right? They're all getting paid mega bucks. These government officials getting paid mega bucks, right? But making profits year after year. But you can't get a pay rise to meet inflation, so that you and your family don't suffer or lose money. But these guys, all these rich men, they can make more and more money every year. You know, they don't lose money. All right. So anyway, Israel, right? So it's a fifth week of demonstration against Netanyahu. Yeah, cause he back. Guess who's back? Yeah, he back, right? He back in power, and you know, people don't like him, man, because he's shady. He's shady, right? He's shady as hell, right? Crooked as hell, corrupt as hell, right? And so yeah, they're protesting against him. In Denmark, demonstration against the abolition of a public holiday. You know, whatever. I don't really care about that one. what public holiday? But yeah, so people are out there protesting and striking for all kinds of reasons, man. You know, and like we keep telling you, things are only going to get worse. Right? He said, this guy Andy, right, says, the world has never been happier. Okay, we need more of this, right? And that's the point of this video, really. You know, the people are tired, they're frustrated, right? And it boils down to this. From Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, okay, and we're being run by the wicked, by Esau. And Esau is a wicked elite, right? When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, right? And like I said, the world has never been happier. Being sarcastic, obviously, right? These people are frustrated and angry. They're mourning, right? They're hurt right now. All right, but this is all part of the signs of the end times, man. All right. This is from 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. So he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, meaning the day of the Lord is at hand. Right? The day of judgment. Right? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right? We had that earthquake in Turkey, Syria, right? You know, most I got earthquake going all over the place, right? And the uproars of the people in the world, right? Now, is this not what's happening? This is all in different locations in the world, man. Okay, France, Israel, UK, Denmark. You know, unless you got more than this going on. You know, shit going on in America. You got shit going on everywhere. Right? In the world, man. It's happening in the entire world all at the same time. Right? Global events are happening. Okay, as prophecy is stipulating here, right? It says, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, endings in effects and signs. All right, so this is what we're supposed to be looking out for and filtering through the scriptures, man. Okay, you know, taking note of. All right. This is from James 5, right? Let's see. We start from the top here, right? So go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. All right, these wicked elite, these Edomites, right, that rule this earth. Okay, they're the rich. That's why they're the elite. They don't want to have the wealth and power over everybody on the earth, man. All right, and they continue to get rich. All right, it says your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have reaped treasures together for the last days. All right, so Esau out here taking, and taking even more now, right? But he's gonna lose all of that because he ain't gonna succeed in his plan. The Most High is gonna interfere with his plan, and he's gonna lose everything that he gained. Okay, he's gonna have to give it up, vomit it up again, as the scriptures say, right? You're gonna lose that. All right. So you've just heaped it together for the last days, only to for it to be taken away from you, right? This is verse 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, okay, the workers, right, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth and cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, right? And this verse really is in particularly talking about Israel, right? Because we have been put in your possession. You've taken us into slavery, into captivity, and had us working for you, man, to reap all the benefits of our labor, where we don't reap the benefits of our labor. Okay, you've taken it all. Okay, but you do this also to the rest of the world. Everybody underneath you, everyone you got in slavery and in captivity right now, working for you, getting rich off them, man. But you're not giving, you're not allowing the workers to reap of their labor, man. You take that shit. You give us minimal. And like I said, when people are asking for pay rises now, like, you don't want to give them. It's always a struggle to get pay rises out of you, man. You devils, right? It's always a struggle, man. You always don't want to do it, even though you may, next level record profits that year or whatever. You still don't want to do it. Guys like Bezos earning billions, man, and don't want to pay them Amazon workers, extra money, like, without some sort of struggle. And even then, it's still minimal. Easily covered. But your shareholders, right? Your shareholders, they're fucking greedy, man. These Edomite bastards, they're fucking greedy. And don't want to be don't want to be fair. So really, again, behold the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. Okay, you're doing the people out, man. Okay, you're defrauding people. Okay, you're not giving them money enough to live, man. Where you're going buying up fucking yachts and shit. This is which is kept back by fraud crieth. So we're crying, the Israelites are crying because of our oppression. Okay, that's why this verse is really speaking about us, right? But I thought I'd use this, man, just to apply to the rest of the world, because the rest of the world are pissed off right now. Because this is what you're doing to them, right? But it said, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, right? So the Lord of the armies is Yahweh. Okay, the Most High is hearing our cries against you, man. Against you devils, man. And the Lord is going to destroy you. It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. It says, be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, right? Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. All right, this is what we've been out here telling you, man. Okay, the time of this kingdom is at its close end. All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taught in proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, right? Because you got all that shit by fucking theft, man. And exploitation, fraud. Okay, that's how you gotten everything, man. Right, and people are starting to understanding this, man. That you people are just fucking the devil. You're wicked. Right? And that's why they're gonna stand up against you. Right, a lot of these people, right? It says, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be booty unto them? Okay, these nations are going to look to spoil you, man. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. Right? You've sucked the life out of all these people, man. You've gone around destroying and paying off people, buying people, right? And just making a whole mess of people's country so you can, reap the most out of it. Murdering and stealing. Corrupting people. That's what you've been doing in the earth, man. Right? So because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that converteth an evil confessions to his house, right? That he may set his nest on high. Okay, you've put down the people just so you can have a high position in the earth, man. So you can live in luxury, man. You don't give a fuck about anybody else, man, and what you do to other people. poison their water, by setting up your factories and shit up over there, creating a whole bunch of waste in the ocean, everywhere. You don't care about life. You only care about yourselves, man. You don't even care about the majority of your own people. It's just the elites, man, and that's it, man. They don't give a damn about nobody else. Okay, they live fat, man, and they don't care if you live at all. All right. It says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Right? Which you ain't going to be able to, man. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house. Right? All this shameful spirit is coming upon you, right? By cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him, destruction to him, but that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. Right? And that's all of Esau's empire. That's why it's all going to go. Right? Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the Lord shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Woe to him that giveth his neighbour drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cut of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Right? Your image now, right, that everything that you've been about, right, is being tainted. Okay, people are, seeing you more for what you are. Not in its fullness, but they're seeing more of what you really are, man. And that's why you don't really like history coming out. You don't really like people going into things that, throw shit on your achievements. That's why you have to be, taking down the statues and pictures and, all kinds of things, man. Because you've been nothing but a criminal on the earth, realistically. Columbus, they were just criminals, man. Murderers. But they're glorified in this world, man. That's part of Esau's glory. They have all these conquests and shit, man. But it ain't nothing. It's covered in nothing but blood and robbery, man. So how can we glorify this? How can we glorify their wickedness? All this selfishness of these rulers, man. And the neglect of the people. How can we glorify this? The slavery. Like how can we glorify this man? When evidently his history is marred. Okay, sullied with blood. So how can we glorify it? That's why the Lord's gonna destroy this place, man. This place ain't nothing worth saving. And like I said, these people are rising up against them now. Alright, but like I said, this is just really the beginning of things, really. Because things are going to get way, way worse. More and more violent. Okay, when the times get tougher. Okay, so I'm going to read this from 2 Ezra 15 and close out. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, right? So the people are going to have weapons and all kind of stuff, man. They ain't going to be peaceful protesting no more. Okay, when their stomachs are empty. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Okay, there's going to be absolute chaos, man. Different factions, different beliefs or races, and all this kind of business. There's going to be a lot of shit going on. Anarchy against the government and whatever, right? So for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, right? They're not going to regard the authorities, the instructions that they're being given. You're not going to be doing as they're told, right? And of course, their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, shall not be able, right? They'll lock you out of the cities, lock you out of the towns and whatever, man. And that's why they're making them 15-minute cities or whatever it is that they're doing. They're preventing your movements, man. All right, so no, they're gonna enact those things for sure in that time. All right, you're gonna be under curfews and all kinds of things, martial law, right? It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, right? Great tribulation is coming, man. I say things are going to get worse than what they are. Okay, don't think that you know, as much as, you know, striking against, you know, the governments is admirable, but if you know prophecy, right, you know that this striking is ultimately going to be in vain. Okay, Esau's going to turn it up on you, man. Okay, and Esau's going to kill a lot of you, right? You ain't going to get what you think, you know, what you're fighting for. Esau's going to get what he wants, well, to a certain degree, because the only person that can stop him is Yahweh Shai. Right, that's why you have to wait upon the Lord. Ultimately, Esau's going to get his own way to a certain point. It ain't the people that's going to get what they want, because that ain't the plan. That's not what's going on right now. And all back in the past, you know, oh yeah, people go out to strike and they can force the hand of the companies and all this kind of business and get what it is that they, you know, get what they want or come to some sort of agreement. These governments don't need to do that, man. They want the place to fall apart. They want your anger and your frustration to be vented out, right? They want it to go crazy out here. Ordo ab chaos, man. That's what they want. Right? So they've got no real reason to bow down to your demands. All right? They might give you a little concession here and there, maybe. You know, I know I see some companies backing down or whatever, but ultimately, man, this whole society is going to crumble and go into despair and chaos. All right? Great tribulations on the way, man. Okay? And like I said, when people's bellies are empty or the cupboards are empty, man, people ain't going to give a damn anymore, man. They ain't going to give a damn about the law. You know, they're going to just do what they feel is necessary in that day, you know. So yeah, things are going to get far worse than what they are right now. Okay, but like I mentioned, man, the wicked are in rule, so the people are mourning, man. They're in a bad place right now. Okay, it's only gonna continue and get worse. All right. So yeah, it's the time we're in. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna end it there. Lord, when this was edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till next time, I say shalom.